Hi everyone, this is Shivani and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video we are going to discuss how to make a perfect timetable for your exam preparations. So without wasting a moment, let's get started with the video. So जितने भी लोग मेरा ये वीडियो देख रहे हैं, I am pretty sure that you have made a customized timetable for yourself. And I also know that it is very difficult for you to keep following that timetable. क्योंकि हम टाइम टेबल तो बना देते हैं बट वी लैक इन एग्जीक्यूशन. It is mainly because we set unrealistic targets and because of that backlogs are created. And when we have a great amount of backlog, we think that now there is no point in following this timetable, so let's just revise it and make a fresh timetable. And let me guess, this has happened with you at least 2 to 3 times. I'm pretty sure you have made a fresh timetable every time, thinking that this is my final timetable and I am going to follow this. But the history repeated itself and again you created backlogs for yourself. I know this very well because I have faced this situation a lot of times. I had made n number of timetables and my timetables were perfect, but my execution was very bad. So now at this point, I know what are the things you need to take care of while setting a timetable. How to make sure that you don't create backlogs again. One of the main things is that we set very unrealistic targets, and secondly, we make a timetable in a very messy way. Here you need to be extremely systematic. So now let's discuss stepwise exactly what you should do to make a perfect timetable. Firstly, you need to focus on one step at a time. The very first thing you need to do is prioritize. Being a CA student, a very important question that raises in every student's head is, should I give both the groups or should I give a single group? Firstly, you need to sort it in your head if you want to appear for both the groups or if you want to give a single group. Once you have made this decision, firstly, start studying with one group at a time. If you're appearing for single group, well and good. But in case you're appearing for both the groups, make a choice between any one group. Start studying that group first, finish it, and then go to the other group. Now this decision regarding which group to go for, this totally depends on you. Analyze your interest, analyze which subjects do you find easy, and also check how much preparations are you done with for each group, and accordingly you need to decide which group to go for first. Once you have done with that, the next step is to list down all the subjects and all the chapters in that particular group. Make a proper list, and besides every chapter you need to mention if that chapter belongs to category A, category B or category C. Now this categorization you can do it on yourself. This is mainly done on the basis of weightage that the chapter has in the exam papers. You can analyze the past papers and decide which chapter falls in category A, B and C. There are already many videos on YouTube wherein the faculties have given ABC analysis of every subject. You can also refer to those videos. So once you have done your ABC analysis, you know that A category are the priority chapters. So we need to first study the priority chapters and then go to B category and then to the C category. After this, the next step would be to divide your group into 2 batches. And every batch should have one practical subject and one theory subject. For example, if you're going for CA Final Group 1, batch 1 can consist of FR and audit, and batch 2 can consist of SFM and law. Now your next step would be to plan your entire day. So generally while preparing for the exams, theory subjects are something which go a little heavy on students. So I would suggest firstly take the theory subject and finish it off in the morning itself. Once you are done with the theory subject, next thing you will do is clear the backlogs which you have created because of your previous timetables. So every day you will allot around 1 to 2 hours for clearing the backlogs. And once you are done with that, then move ahead with the practical subject. So after completing the theory chapters, backlogs and the practical subject, you will revise the entire thing which you have studied in the day before going to bed. So now that you're clear that you are supposed to divide your entire day into these 4 parts, the next step will be to allot hours. So you have in total 24 hours in your hand. Just deduct some hours for your sleep, deduct some hours for your household chores, and then decide how many hours of effective studies are you planning to do. Once you have an answer to that, next step would be to divide the hours into these 4 parts. Also, out of the total hours, only 1 to 2 hours will go for the backlog and 1 to 2 hours will go for the revision. Check how many hours are left after deducting these hours and just divide it into 2 parts. Allot one for the theory chapters and allot the other to the practical chapters. So in this way, you need to make your entire timetable. And while making timetable, do not just mention the subject that you're supposed to study, also plan which chapter you will study on which day. And please do not keep any unrealistic targets. If you feel that you will take 3 hours to complete one chapter, safe aside, give it 3.5 hours or 4 hours. Give a little buffer time for all the chapters. In case you complete the chapter before the time, you can utilize the extra time somewhere else, or you can utilize it for revising the chapters. Allotting some extra hours to chapters is still okay, but creating unrealistic targets will just create more and more backlogs. And at the end, it will pressurize you and it will force you to leave some chapters for option. And that is definitely not a good thought. So as I said, you need to categorize the chapters into A, B, C. First, complete the A chapters for all the 4 subjects. Then go ahead with the B chapters and then go ahead with the C chapters. Once you're done with your studies, allot 2 to 3 days for revision. Yes, in your timetable, make a plan for revision as well. We just plan for preparation and we neglect the revision part, but it is honestly very important to plan your revisions as well. So as in when you sit for making a timetable, make it a point that you allot some days for the revision as well. And I know this might sound like a very time consuming way of preparing a timetable, but trust me, it is better than making 10 timetables later. Allot a good amount of time for this timetable and trust me, it will be very effective and efficient for you to execute it. If you guys have any questions or any queries regarding anything, just comment down below and I'll make sure to answer each and every query of yours. And that's all for today's video. I hope you guys liked the video. And in case you have liked this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel and keep watching my videos.